My parents asked if they could move into my house rent-free until they got back on their feet. I stared at my phone, rereading the text. Can we talk? It's urgent. When my parents showed up that evening, my mother's eyes were red. My father looked older than I remembered. We need a favor, Dad said, settling onto my couch. Just temporary. 6 months, maybe a year. What happened? Mom dabbed at her eyes. Your father's business partner embezzled everything. We lost the company. The house is in foreclosure. I felt my chest tighten. That's terrible. Have you talked to... Your sister can't help, Dad cut in. Tamsin's marriage is struggling. We can't burden her right now. Tamsin. Of course. The daughter who got the college fund while I worked 3 jobs. The one whose wedding cost more than my first car. The golden child who could never be burdened. What about Uncle Ben? I asked. He has that rental property. We need family right now, Mom said softly. Someone who understands. Something felt off. I'd learned to trust that feeling after years of being the family backup plan. Let me think about it, I said. After they left, I called my cousin Nomi. Did you know my parents lost everything? I asked. Silence. That's interesting, because last month your dad helped Uncle Ben invest in a new restaurant. $50,000. My stomach dropped. What? Yeah, and Tamsin just posted photos from Turks and Caicos, 4-star resort. I spent the next week digging. Found out Dad's business partner hadn't embezzled anything. They'd sold the company for a profit. Found the deed to their house, not in foreclosure, but recently refinanced for $200,000. Found Tamsin's social media filled with shopping hauls and spa days. They weren't broke, they were playing me. The following Sunday they came back, this time with documents. We had our lawyer draft an agreement, Dad said, sliding papers across my counter. Just formalizing the arrangement. I scanned it carefully. It wasn't simple. It gave them tenant rights that would make removal nearly impossible. It included clauses about family obligations and shared expenses that would legally entitle them to my earnings. This says I'd be responsible for your medical bills, I said slowly. We're family, Mom insisted. We took care of you. Now you take care of us. I need my lawyer to review this. Dad's face hardened. You don't trust your own parents? I trust contracts, to be clear. Tamsin suddenly appeared from my hallway. I hadn't even known she was here. Don't be dramatic. They just need help. I looked at her designer purse. Tough times for everyone, huh? She bristled. What's that supposed to mean? Nice vacation photos. Turks and Caicos looked beautiful. Mom stood abruptly. We should go. No, I said quietly. Let's finish this. Dad, tell me about Uncle Ben's restaurant investment. His face went pale. How did you... $50,000. That's a lot of embezzlement recovery money. You've been spying on us? Tamsin snapped. No, I've been protecting myself from being used. I pulled out my phone and opened the screenshots. Bank statements, property records, Tamsin's credit card receipts. You sold the company for $1.2 million, I said. You refinanced the house for $200,000. Tamsin's been spending like there's no tomorrow. But somehow you're broke and need my house. Mom tried to salvage it. Those numbers are out of context. The context is, Tamsin blew through her inheritance and you're trying to secure a backup plan. Me, again. We're your parents, Dad said. You owe us. For what? For paying for Tamsin's education while I took out loans? For funding her wedding while criticizing mine? For telling me I'd never be as successful as her? Tamsin stepped forward. You're really going to abandon them? Abandon? You mean refuse to be your family's emergency fund while you pretend to be destitute? Mom played her final card. After everything we sacrificed, you sacrificed for Tamsin. I sacrificed for myself. That's why I have something you can't guilt me out of. I walked to the door and opened it. When you actually need help, real help, not manufactured crisis, call me. Until then, get out. Dad grabbed the unsigned papers. You'll regret this. No, I'll regret the years I spent believing I wasn't enough, but not this. They left in silence. Tamsin shot me one last look of disbelief. Sometimes the greatest inheritance you can give yourself is the backbone your family never wanted you to have.